Hi guys, Zyger here, welcome to another devlog video. Now before I start, I'd like to remind you guys that we are aiming to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if that would be possible, or like if we reach that, I will be doing quite a big giveaway and hopefully a face reveal, so that would be really cool. Anyways, for today's video, what we're going to be doing is, originally I was going to make a system where whatever item you've got selected will display on your character and you can use it. Similar to Terraria. Now on the screen right now you guys see what I mean. I will just demonstrate what I mean through Terraria. As you can see, the character is swinging a sword depending on which one he's got selected. Now I was originally going to do that, however I'm having a couple of issues with that and I don't have enough time at the moment to get that implemented because, you know, we just had Christmas, New Year's is coming up, I've got work, and I've also got exams when I come back to school. So today we're going to be doing something different, and we're actually going to be implementing a first enemy into the game. Now this shouldn't be too bad because I've previously made some enemy code, so this should be a little bit sort of a laid back devlog. Anyway, I'm going to be creating an enemy, and right now I'll bring you guys a time lapse of me drawing the very bad yet quite strong enemy. Hi guys, Zyger here, welcome back, and right now I've added a basic enemy which is just a slime right here. Now I basically used the code that I had for an old crow, so this used to be, I was going to make this a crow, and I used this like old code that I had, and I've just changed it into a slime, so I still need to change the sprite names, just ignore it for now. But this is the animation that is way too fast and you guys won't be able to tell, but it's just a basic jumping animation that I did in GameDev here, which you just saw a second ago. Anyway, I'm going to show you this. I also made this thing which was a feather at the time because once again I was going to make it a crow but I ended up making it a slime, so it'll shoot out these gloop things when it dies. And then S confetti is if you kill, I think I've turned it to the 25th and then the 50th and 100th slime. So right now I've just added him, and right now the animation is really slow because this was meant to actually be set to 10, my bad. So I'll show you what happens at the moment. Its HP is 10, so it really just doesn't do much. Right now I'm having this issue though, as you can see it just isn't there for some reason. It just disappears for an odd reason, so I'm gonna have to fix that issue and I guess run it again. So that's already a bug that I've just found. Yeah, why is it missing? Oh, there it goes. It's here this time. The animation's still very slow. I don't know what is going on with this. Oh, okay. Right, is it actually going to be there this time? Fingers crossed. Oh, look, it's not. So I don't actually know what is happening right now, why it's not. Look, it's here now. I don't understand what is going on. Anyway, it's just coming towards me, so just chase me. It's just a nice little chase, but right now it won't chase me back. And I only did 5 damage there, so let's kill him again. Let's try that again. And as you can see, those gloop things spawn. Now I'm gonna have to play around with this because it's not the greatest at the moment. Because for some reason, this little sucker just disappears sometimes. So I'm gonna investigate that, try and fix that bug. And yeah, I'll be back in a bit. So I've been searching to try and find the issue why the slime doesn't spawn sometimes. Because basically I will launch the game and sometimes the slime will be there. But then sometimes he's just like, do you know what? Nah, I don't want to play with you. I'm just going to leave. So this time we got lucky, but as you can see right now, the slime's not here. But if I walk here, I get hit as if there's something here and then it just disappears. Whoops, that was a bit of a lag. Anyway, I've tried to find the issue and I couldn't, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with the devlog, and along the way I'm going to try and find the issue. And if not today, I'll just find it another day. Anyway, we've added a slime, however, slime is not enough. Let's add a stronger enemy. This time, I don't know what the enemy is going to look like or anything, but I'm going to try and add like a cool enemy that can actually attack you. Well, this one can attack, but this one's, this new one I'm going to make like a bit more smart than a brainless slime. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit with that. Hi guys, welcome back. So I've made some changes to the enemies. basically I created a new enemy, which is this sort of Grim Reaper Knight kind of sprite. Now I'll show you the sprites first of all before running the actual game. So this is the idle animation for it. It looks a bit weird at the moment and janky. I'm still going to be working on the models, so don't worry. The walk I particularly hate, but it just works for now. As you can see, it's kind of bad. And then the attack took me a while to get. It works okay right now, but I do want to get it a bit more refined, as I said before. The hit and stun is just this. What I mean by the hit stun is basically when the enemy is hit, and then the die is just not great. It's just him sort of going to the ground like so. Anyway, I spent quite a while trying to make these sprites, and they were a bit annoying because I didn't have many ideas of what I wanted the enemy to look like. So if you do have any ideas on what sort of enemies I should add, go ahead and comment it in the section below, and hopefully I will add it if it's a good idea. So I opted out for this sort of Grim Reaper Knight kind of sprite, I guess. Now we already have a slime, which is right here, which I showed you earlier. Now the bug is still persistent, so sometimes when I launch the game, the slime doesn't actually appear. It's still there, but for some reason you can't see it. Now I don't know what is causing that issue, so I'm still going to try and go through the code and fix it along through in the next few videos. But this, the Knight, I actually wrote a completely different code for the AI and everything, because obviously it's going to be a lot stronger and it's going to be a lot smarter than a slime. So what this this enemy will do is he will walk around. Now if you come into a certain distance with the player, so if you're near enough, he'll go into this chase basically state. So I've created a couple states which I will show you here. Enemy and then Knight. So we have the chase state, which is right here as such, and then attack, knockback and death state. So the chase state basically says that this person or this enemy will follow the player. Now it will always check the distance to the player, because if that distance does go out of bounds, it will not chase anymore. Now the attack is fairly simple. We just do this sort of animation hit frame. Now what this does is it runs the animation of the attack, and it will attack it, and then the player will take damage basically. And then we just end the attack state. Now the knockback state, very very simple. We just follow the chase state. We just run the chase state, but we just change the sprite to make it look like he's like shooting himself back a bit. And finally for the death state, also very simple. We're going to use a parent state of the die. So I've made a couple parent state which I'm going to use for basically all my I'm going to use for all my enemies, because it'll be just easier to reuse it. Now this basically just checks if the animation has ended, and if it has, it sets it to 0, runs the animation, and then destroys the object itself. So it's very simple. It sounds a bit complicated, but really isn't. And as I said again, I'm going to still be working on the sprite, as it's not that great at the moment. Now, I'll show you what it looks like in game. It does look a bit janky, so do ignore it a little bit. I did also make a couple new changes which you'll be able to see. Now, the slime actually has spawned in. The slime is one shot. And also next video I'll be working on sort of like indicators and actual like better UI stuff. And this is the enemy, so this is his attack. As you can see, it does a actually hefty amount of damage. Now if I attack it, it does that state and it goes back to state, and there you go, there is his death. Now I'll just show you that again because I might have been a little bit janky. And look, the slime's not here again, and here it is again. So that issue will be fixed, don't worry. So once again, attack looks like this, and then knockback looks like this. Now I'll come closer a little bit so I can just show you them. And then death looks like that. So it's still a little bit janky. It does spawn these little orbs, which will be like coins and gems and whatnot, which will circle around, get closer and closer, and then you can collect them and they will just chase you and grab them. And the chest still worked fine from the previous video. Now a few things that I've added is I've actually removed the stats here. Now next video, as I said, I'll be doing sort of damage indicators, making some better UI stuff, and making the game look a little bit more, I guess, neater. Now I also added a little inventory here, so you can go ahead and put stuff in here. Now I am still working on the idea that whatever item you're holding, because you can just scroll through them like so, you'll actually have in your hands. That's why the player doesn't have any sword in his hand, because if you watched any of the previous video, you would have noticed that the player holds a sword, and on the screen right now here's an image of what it looked like. but basically I removed that so that these items will be able to be displayed. Now that's still under process because it's a little bit complicated and I haven't fully worked the code for that. But I did add this little sort of toolkit UI where you can just scroll through using the numbers, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I'm also going to implement a scrolling rule for this, so these are just ideas for the next video. Now I'd like to also thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and like, and obviously if you want to, I'm not going to force you or anything. And comment down below if you have any ideas for the game, any questions or queries. And also please let me know if you're enjoying these videos, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching the video, and thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!